Journey was a long one. I started trying to seriously write and publish in 2011, I want to say 2011 or 2012. I started with novels, and I got my agent, or I was able to sign with an agent with one of those novels set in Cartagena, actually, in 2014. And I didn't sell my first picture book until 2018. And I didn't sell my first novel until this year. But I am a firm believer that things will happen in the time that it's meant to happen. And it really did work out. It didn't feel like that as I was going through it, rejections kind of, they're rough. Some rejections hurt more than others, but I do think that I've grown. There's a lot of changes that have happened in the world of children's publishing since I started writing and really thinking about publishing. Individual challenges that I had in response to my work. I can remember one instance that I received a critique from an author, and it was on a picture book, and it was about La Mano Peluda. And there was a family and a kid who didn't want to go to bed because he was afraid of La Mano Peluda. And, the parents are like, if you don't go to bed, the Mano Peluda is going to come get you. And there were several things wrong with that manuscript. Okay, it was not, and there's still, one day I would like to go back to it and revise it. But I remember a response from the critiquer who was like, these parents are terrible. What kind of parent would tell their kid that? And I'm kind of like, you don't know Colombian parents, or, just in the general, the Colombian, I remember hearing that as a kid. It's just the way it is. And I do think that there is a bit of a better understanding and more openness and more willingness to take in these stories now. Feliz New Year, Eva Gabriela was my first book. That's my debut. It released October 1st of 2020. It's illustrated by Adi Rivera Sonda and published by Albert Whitman and Company. It is a story of a shy little girl who's visiting her large extended family in Colombia for New Year's Eve. Isabel and her colores go to school was my second book. It released this past July 15, 2021. It is illustrated by Courtney Dawson and published by Sleeping Bear Press. It is the story of a girl who is new to the US, and she is starting school, and she's really nervous because she doesn't know how to speak English, and she really wants to make friends. She loves colors, and she's artistic, and she's very creative, but she's worried she's not going to be able to understand her teacher. She's not going to be able to understand her classmates. She's not going to be able to make friends. And ultimately that sort of happens because she misunderstands and she has some awkward moments. But then she discovers that there's more than one way to communicate, and she uses her art to be able to kind of bridge those language divides. And I've in terms of reception, I think Isabel has hit a more universal chord with the students here in the US. Both of them have. I've gotten really good reception of both. But something about that experience, I'm satisfied with what I've done so far. There's still a lot more that I want to do.